Example 3. As I have this power to a power idea, I must distribute the outside exponent to all the exponents on the inside. Power to a power. Now this would tell me that I have negative 3 raised to the third power, y to the 2 times 3, which is 6. Remember, we're multiplying here. And z to the first times 3. 1 times 3 is 3. Now notice how I wrote my coefficient here. I listed it this way because I want to remind you on your calculators, if you look at that negative button, it looks like this on the calculator. They write that on the calculator to remind you that if you are raising any negative number to a power, or if you're multiplying it or anything like that, you want to have parentheses around that negative number. And so if I put this in the calculator, I would have to have a parenthesis, negative 3, and I would use that up caret, or up arrow, and say raised to the third power. When you do this, it will give you the correct answer, which is negative 27 y to the 6th z cubed. For this particular problem, the parenthesis was not so important because a negative raised to an odd power we know was going to turn out negative. But if this would have been to the 4th power, if you type it into your calculator inappropriately or incorrectly, if you type this, it will tell you negative 81, and that is not the correct response. A negative 3 raised to the 4th power is a negative times a negative, which is positive, times a negative, which is negative, times a negative, which is positive. Remember, an even number of negatives results in a positive answer. And so that's what you have to watch out for, this power to a power idea. If you raise a negative to an odd power, the result is negative. If you raise it to an even power, then it's positive. Let's go ahead and move on to example number 4. Sometimes this can get a little more confusing when we throw fractions in there. Maybe I'll have something like 2/3 a cubed b squared c, and I want to raise it to, say, the, I don't know, let's go third power again. With that exponent on the outside, I must distribute it to all the exponents on the inside. And so it must be multiplied 5 different places. This becomes 2 to the third power over 3 to the third power. A to the 9th, because 3 times 3 is 9. B to the 2 times 3 is 6. C to the 1 times 3 is 3. Again, with the coefficient, I want that expanded. You're using your calculators. It's not asking that much. 2 to the third power, hopefully you recognize as being 8. 3 to the third is 27th. A9, B6, C cubed. And there again we see one monomial.